What up, YouTube? Coach Vontae here. Vontae the Villain. What's going on with you guys? Back with another one. It's been about 10 days since I posted. Been a little busy coming up with content, working. I'm a double job right now until I take off in my business, which I will soon. But recovering from surgery, all type of shit. So here we are. How to get unstuck before 2026. Okay. I have an uncle. He was shot about a year ago from now, paralyzed from the waist down, and he just complains, and I get it. It sucks being in his position, but everyone who tries to help him, he pushes them away, constantly cussing at the nurses that come, and he's always been like that. He's been like that before he got paralyzed. His mind, how he always thought of himself was nothing. He'd always complain, hey, I'm gonna blow my brains out, before he got like this. And now he's in his situation, it's double the time. Now, if he listened to me, not being his nephew, but being a friend, this is how I would help him. How to get unstuck. All right, the first thing you need is awareness. How could you ever know that you're stuck if you're not aware? You know, most of these people go through life and they're not self-conscious, right? Like the serial killer who's killing all these people and doing all these terrible shit. He doesn't know that he's doing wrong. He's not self-aware. He's not self-conscious of what he's doing is terrible. He thinks that he's doing justice to whoever it may be. So self-awareness is the number one thing you need if you would like to get unstuck. Okay? You get a flat tire and the car stops moving. And you're like, damn, the car's not moving no more. What do? You just sit in the car and hope that it starts moving again? No, you go out and you check and you see what's wrong with the car. You need to see what is wrong with me. What's going on with me? My thoughts, my actions. What am I telling myself daily? Okay, so the first thing you need is awareness. Self-awareness. The second thing you need, right, is a vision. Okay, a clear, coincide vision. All right, well, I'm in this situation. Okay, my uncle for say he's paralyzed. Okay, he's in this situation, complaining and living in the past and reliving what you've been through will not help. Okay, so would you rather live in the past or would you look for a brighter future? Okay, I'm in this situation. How could I make the best of this situation? How? I had my car stolen, brand new Charger, green Charger, it's gone. Okay, I lived in the past. Oh man, why me? Why didn't you F them? It's gone. What can I do to better my situation? Well, I could come here, I can make videos, I can try to make more money to get another one, right? I can work my ass off to get another one, right? In his situation, maybe you can help people who are in the same situation as you. Maybe you can be a person who's paralyzed from the legs down, but a motivational speaker, and tell the world that it is not over, right, from your situation. What situation are you in that you can have a better vision for now? This is why vision is important, because your life isn't over if you look towards a brighter future. You're only stuck because you're living in the past and you're only seeing the negative out of your situation, right? When God created the earth, he gave you light first because there was already darkness, right? You can't see in the dark, so he gave you light so you can have something brighter to look for in the world. So you need a vision if you are stuck. You need something to go towards, okay? And the last thing is action. This country would have never got discovered if there wasn't action being taken. There was no maps to show Christopher Columbus. what was here. He had to sail and he had to journey across in order to discover this land. In order to be the best version of yourself, to not be stuck in your situation, you need to get up and take action towards that vision. Without action, what are you going to do? Not much you can do. Right? I always had right vision for myself, and I've always had things that I was wanted to go after, but I never took action. You know how many days will pass before you will actually get up and do something? Right? And the lack of action comes from procrastination. Procrastination. I probably spelled that wrong, Nation. I for sure spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. Okay. Procrastination. I put the arrows because there are two things that stem from procrastination. Okay? Procrastination always comes from lack of action. Why do you procrastinate? Well, because you have fear. And you feel unworthy. Procrastination comes from your fear. Maybe you fear being great. Maybe you fear losing. Procrastination comes from unworthiness. Most people don't do things because they feel like they can't do it or they're unworthy of doing that. All right? Once you eliminate these, that's when action comes. And if you want to get unstuck, you got to put your foot through the door. You have to. What you don't want to do, okay, these are your needs, right? If you want to get unstuck, you need to be self-aware. You need to have vision. You need to take action. What you don't want to do is live in the past. Your brain is such a sharp computer. A holographic computer that plays holographic images of your memories in your mind, and it cannot distort the difference between what isn't real and what is real. So if you keep replaying past events in your mind, it is technically like you are living those same memories. You don't want to do that. We've all been through trauma. We've all been through terrible things, and we all relive them in our minds. In our minds. But you need to understand that your brain can't tell the difference, right? Your brain can't tell the difference, right? That's why when you relive it, you still get the same emotions that you felt when it was happening, but it's gone. It's in the past. The past is history. It's better said than done, but don't live in the past. Please don't live in the past. All right? The next thing you don't want to do is be indecisive. Okay? Indecision has stopped the greatest of men in this world. Indecisiveness is actually the trait of the feminine. Right? Babe, what do you want to eat? Oh no, I don't know. You decide for her. What do you want to do in your life? I don't know. You decide. You do something. And once you make that decision, you stick with that decision. There is no going back. There is no changing. You made your bed. Now lay in it. Okay? You need decisiveness. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's picking out your clothes. I don't care if it's getting a type of haircut. These little decisions will help you make bigger decisions in the future. Okay? I woke up this morning and I decided that I was going to make this video. I already had it planned out in my brain. I don't care who is arguing. I don't care who is doing whatever. This was going to get done because it needed to. And I had even more inspiration to do it because what went on. I decided and it was done. It was done. Okay? Decision. Don't be indecisive. Always make a decision. And whatever you do, stick with your decisions you make. The third thing you don't want to have is envy. You should never envy no one. This is one of the 7 deadly sins. And you shouldn't envy not a soul. This universe, God, He gave us everything that we could ever need. He gave us all the same capabilities as a human being. Some have more than the other, and that is fine. Some have less than the other, and that is fine. But you should not envy a soul after you watch this. You don't need to envy. I, for the longest time, would envy people who had more than me, and that's why I always had less. I did not start to get more until I started to congratulate those who had more than me. Those who have more than me. Because if they did it, you can do it too once you figure it out. Why would you ever envy a soul? A soul. Why? Envy is such a ugly thing, and envy is the number one blocker of blessings. Blocker of blessings. It is. Because you're telling God that this person has that, so they're better than me. When you envy someone, you're basically telling God that they're better than you when they're not. You envy people with money, but you don't know that the Federal Reserve prints $465 million a day. $465 million a day in one day. So you can be rich too if you get out of envy. You envy someone with a beautiful girlfriend. Maybe they have more muscles than you. Maybe they look better. Why? Do you know that not everyone looks good to everyone, but somebody looks good to somebody? So let's take envy out of your vocabulary. After today, you won't envy a soul. I don't envy nobody because I congratulate everybody because I know I can have what they have too if I work at it. Last thing you're not going to do is compare. Stop comparing your life to social media influencers, celebrities, whoever it may be. Do not compare your life to theirs because everyone is on a different journey. Everyone's route is different. Someone's ending might just be someone's beginning. And you're judging your life and your worthiness off of someone's success. Someone else is what? Someone has a bigger house than you, and you don't think that you're nothing because your house is smaller. That's sad. It is. There will always be someone who compares to you or you compare to them. Always. Right? Someone drives a Porsche. Someone pulls up with a Mustang. He's, oh, I wish I had the Porsche. Man, I don't have the Porsche. Someone pulls up in the Honda next to the Mustang. Oh, I wish I had the Mustang. Someone who's walking. Oh, I wish I just had a Honda. You get where I'm going here? Oh, someone who's walking. Someone who doesn't have legs. Oh, I just wish I could walk. You get where it is. You always compare, but it'll never be enough. It'll never be enough. Never. All right. So the don'ts. Don't live in the past. Don't be indecisive. Don't envy. Don't compare. The steps you're going to do after today. I hope you have a notebook. I hope you have time to focus. Before we do that, hey, like and subscribe. Share this with a friend. Yeah, it's different. All right. Steps. The first thing you're going to do is journal. There's nothing more important than journaling because journaling teaches you self-awareness. Every bad thought, every good thought, everything that made you tick, everything that made you feel good should be written down. When I started my journey to being unstuck, I wrote down everything that made me feel. I wrote it down. Everything that was triggering to me, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I want to know why. Why? Okay? Journaling, it has to do with vision too. You write your vision down. Everything you want, you write it in clear, defined detail. Okay? And it has to do with action. Okay? Journaling has everything to do with action. Everything, right? If you write it down, you'll be more likely to do it than not writing it down at all. Excuse me. Then not at all, okay? Journaling. It only takes 5 minutes. You can do it as soon as you wake up. You can do it before bed. You can do it on your break. You can do it before you go to the gym. You can do it after. Just make sure you do it. Second thing you're going to do is keep a present state. This is easier said than done, but I came across a breathing technique that helped me stay in a present state. Okay? If you're a man, it's called ball breathing, right? You take your breath, your inhalation, your exhalation goes all the way down to your pelvis. Every time. I started doing this about a week ago, and I've never been more present and more clear. When you are in a present state, this is awareness. When you're in a present state, it gives you vision. It gives you vision. You're able to think more clearly, see things more clearly when you're in a present state. And the present state also has to do with action. You're fully dwelled in the moment of whatever it is you're doing, okay? Fully when you're in a present state. It's easier said than done, I know. But it takes one breath at a time to stay present. Okay? When you're in a present state, it just changes your life altogether, all right? Third thing is goal realignment. You only feel stuck because you don't have goals, okay? You only feel stuck because you don't have goals. You can never stay stuck if you're always moving forward. I'm not going to go too deep into goal realignment. You write your goals down. You write your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals, okay? And you compress them into time. Whatever takes you a day to do should take an hour. Whatever takes you an hour should be done in 30 minutes, okay? Whatever it takes you a week to do should take 2 days. Whatever takes you a month to do should take a week. You get where I'm going? All right. Speed. How can we do this the fastest, most efficient way as possible? All right. And number 4, your atomic habits. What small habits can you do daily to get unstuck? Okay. Is it reading a book? Is it walking? Is it eating healthier food? What is it? Is it working towards your business? Posting that video? What is it? What is it? Prepping those meals, huh? Making that shake. What is a small habit that you can do every day consistently that will make a big change in your life that will get you unstuck? What is it? All right. And number 5, daily tracking. This has to do with journaling. But if you track your little wins, at the end of the week, you'll feel like a winner. If you track a daily win, by the end of the week, you'll feel like a winner. And this all goes inside because when you have winner energy, you start winning. When you start winning, you get unstuck. Okay? Hey, I'm Coach Vontae the Villain. This is how to get unstuck before 2026. Okay? Hey, if you like this,